Hello everybody. Welcome. It's Friday night and it's a pajama party over in the Crafty Bunch. We're having a pajama party, and our hostess tonight is Nicole from Adoria Creations. So she has hosted several of these. I got a chance to finally be at the pajama party last month, and so it was so much fun. We had a great time. So I hope that you will stick with us. And so tonight it's just we've got 10 creators tonight. So if you're not watching in the Crafty Bunch, you should head on over there, because all you have to do is, it's a no-cost group, and all you have to do is just refresh your browser in between people, and then the next creator will, pop up. So there's still more people after me. So following me tonight is going to be Cheryl from Mama P's. Oh my gosh, why do you just lose it at that moment? We just all call her Mama P. Mama P's Crafty Creations, I believe. Oh my gosh. And if that's not right, I should just hang up my scissors and go home, right? Oh, I am home. So anyway, there's Nicole. She's got me into the group now. So you guys, while we are waiting for some of our people to pop in, which we're not going to wait long, I'm just going to say that because I need to go ahead and sprinkle myself out to another couple of people, a couple of places. We want all of our crafty friends to join us for the pajama party, right? So I want to know, how many pajama parties do you think you have been to in real life? How many do you think you've been to? Hi Capri, hi Karen. Yeah, how many? Have you ever been to a pajama party? They could get wild. I'm even maybe going to count like a craft retreat. That might even count as a pajama party. What do you think? Sometimes we stay in our pajamas until late, the next day. Like sometimes I go to one, and a lot of times we get ready and finally, go out to eat. So everybody finally has to get ready to go somewhere. So, that's how that works, right? Yeah, so let me think here. Other than that, growing up, I don't really know if I ever really even went to a pajama party, really. Now, I might have, spent the night with some cousins or something like that, but, that was rather low key, and it was just as fun, right? And one of my cousins, we would go over to my grandma's, and we would spend the night, and a lot of times, depending on what time of year it was, maybe we would get up and she'd make Christmas cookies with us, or, something else, right? Capri says we weren't formal calling them PJ parties. We just spent the night at each other's houses. Yes, a lot. I think that's probably true. Hi, Estella. Yeah, we didn't really call them anything special, did we? No, not really. But, still just as fun. But yeah, I like to think as, sometimes my craft retreats, it's kind of like a weekend full of pajama parties, right? So that's always so much fun. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Oops, I just did something silly to my screen there. Yes, Karen says she's been to lots of treats, and yes, PJs are involved. Hey Susan, how are you? Hi Liz, there she found us. Yes, sleepovers. Yeah, that's another thing that people would call them, sleepovers. That's so true. Yeah, so I got on pajamas. Got on my pajamas. These are some of my colorful. I have to have some color, right? Yeah, although last time I had some, they're black, but they had little tiny little moons and stars. Well, I guess that's probably it, just stars and moons. I started to say suns, but they didn't have suns on them. That wasn't the thing. Okay, I'm gonna put you down here, and you guys, I have just been fearful of what might happen, because I've had such ridiculous things happen lately with my technical things. So I got going. You could see me now when I change down here to the desk. If we can do that, we're gonna be all set, except now I've lost the thing that shows that. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on one second. I gotta pull that up. What in the world? Okay, I got it. There we go. Okay. Phew, that scared me for a second. I was afraid I was going to have another technical issue. It's just so ridiculous. You know, I can go for all kinds of amounts of time until all of a sudden, you know, then something silly like that happens. Let me get that squared away. Alrighty. You guys, I am making a folio that I have. Oops, what happened here? Okay, hang on one second. This is not... What in the world? Overlays. That's not it. Okay, I've lost one of my little things to switch. What in the world? I don't have the right thing. Yeah, I spoke too soon, didn't I? I spoke too soon. What in the world? Okay, bear with me for just a minute. Oh, Susan says she has everyday jammies and ones that are more presentable for when company visits. I know what you mean. That is so true. That is exactly true. Okay, let me... Camera effects, camera switcher, interview, main window. Why can't I think... Oh, I got it. You know, I think it is like hiding somewhere. It's just like hiding. Hello, hello, come out wherever you are. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get it, you guys. I promise I'm gonna get it. Well, maybe not. Okay, well... Okay, I can't. Oh my gosh. Hang on one second. I just have no idea what in the world has happened. Okay, there, we've got me. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Let's roll with it. I still have no idea what happened to something there, but we've got it and we're gonna go. Phew. Okay, you printed that off when I offered it. Cool. Nicole, that is cool. And yes, so here is a folio that I have, and I put a link to it. It's in my Shopify store, and so there is a link at the end of the description to this. Hey, Alex. Jammies are t-shirts and gym shorts. Yes. Hi, Diane. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you guys, it is just so interesting because, you know, I had a friend, and when the girls were growing up, and she says, I just do not spend money on, you know, pajamas. She goes, they just wear old t-shirts and stuff. You know, their dad has old t-shirts, and so that's just what we use for pajamas. And I'm like thinking, well, yeah, that would be a great thing to do. And, you know, who cares? Nobody's going to see them. So they were kind of the same thing. You know, they would have some decent things if they were going to go somewhere, right? Yeah, just so much fun to get all those things. Yeah, go away. Okay, Susan, I don't see where maybe you have seen that. I don't know. That's... I don't see anywhere. I'll watch, though. If you see a stink bug, though, let me know, and I'll try and take care of it. Okay, so we were tasked with using a bee in our project today, right? So I decided, well, what better thing to do than, you know, make a folio with the kind of a bee themed folio. So while I'm doing this, this isn't going to be super rocket science. I am going to put this together. It's got pockets, you know, it's got tags. It's going to be all set to go. A fun little folio. I love having projects that, you know, you don't have to just, you know, you can just pick up and do them. You don't have to use a lot of brain power, and you're still going to love them when they're done, right? How many of you like to use any kind of project kits or things like that? And I know a lot of you, you know, buy things like digital kits off of Etsy. or Shopify. Mine's on Shopify. But, you know, just, okay, now it looks like it's printed on the back side just a tad, not exactly where it lined up. So I'm just going to snip that off. Ta-da! You know, I think I'm going to grab this and score it along here. Okay, you guys, how about some bee trivia? How about that? I think why not, right? So Diane says she slept in a big old t-shirt, but now she sleeps in cooling type tanks and shorts because she's always hot. Really? I didn't even know there was such a thing. I should tell my daughter about those. Capri says she doesn't use kits very often because she likes to, you know, do all the stuff herself. And you know what? I find that even if you've got some of the, you know, a kit that you might use part of, there's always still room to, you know, doll it up the way that you want, you know, for just the basic things. Now, I'm going to go ahead and score this so that it'll be easy to fold, because I did print this on a lightweight cardstock, and it's something that I found that goes great through my printer. And I used to have some that didn't work so well. It didn't, you know, go through very well. But when you've got one that will go through easily, I think that's a win. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this up here. Oh, this one looks like, okay, we've got a bigger panel on the back. Okay, so what is the primary purpose of the worker bees in a hive? Who knows? And no Googling. I'm gonna see who knows some of these. You can always add your own creations to kits. Exactly. Carrie, what am I doing up so late? Well, actually, I stay up late a lot. Not that I'm doing anything important or special when I am, but I do not sleep very early. But I tell you what, so we know you work at school. My daughter works at school, and I tell you what, who would have ever thought that girl was to bed by about 8:30? She likes to go to bed on school nights like about 8:30. I like to give her a hard time, but you know, yeah, I tell you, it makes a big difference, right? If you gotta get, they're leaving the house at about 7 o'clock. Well, I don't leave the house. Even when I usually worked outside the home, I did not have jobs where I had to show up anywhere that early. I'm like, I gotta get kids off to school, grandkids off to school, whatever generation they were, and I wasn't gonna get up and get anywhere very early. And so that was always how I predicated, you know, what time I would show up, and they knew it. So, you know, that was the way it was. If they wanted me, that was how it was going to be. Oops, wait. Oh, I almost cut that too far. Almost, but not quite. So let's get that little guy here. I got some other pockets. We've got all kinds of fun pockets, and we've got little words that we can cut out, and lots of fun things. Okay, so to protect the queen, to collect pollen, feed the queen. Carol, my cutter and scoreboard is from Stampin' Up. If you need to know that, you can check out my link tree. To feed and mate with, oh my gosh, we got all kinds of answers. Carrie says she's always beat on Friday. I am not surprised by that at all. So, worker bees maintain the hive, they care for the queen and larvae, and they gather nectar and pollen. So a whole bunch of you were like right on track with that. Good for you. You guys are great. How many wings does a bee have? Let's go with the next one. How many wings does a bee have? Now, I hope I can just keep up with my trivia here and still work. And I'm going to try to get off at the correct time. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, I was doing a live, and I was thinking it was 45 minutes, and I jumped off. and I was supposed to be on for an hour, and everybody was worried that something was wrong with me. We'd had some alerts go off, and so I've got a phone blaring in the background. My daughter came home and she said that they had two Amber Alerts. I think it was for the same girl. But I'm just like, no, you guys. So I jumped back on so they knew that no one needed to make an emergency call. Four wings. Yes, 4 wings. 2 fore wings and 2 hind wings. Hind wings and 4 wings. 4, 2 on each side. Yep, Carrie, you're right. Excellent. You guys are good. Okay. What substance do bees make from nectar? Are you giving the answer or calling me that? He said both. He's over here under my legs, Steve. It's like he's hiding out. What have you been doing over there? You've been bothering him? The little dog is over here under my legs like somebody's been bothering him and he can't go back. He's a tweenie. He is so cute. He's getting kind of old. Okay, honey. Bees make honey from nectar. You are correct. Ding, ding, ding. I wish I had prizes to give. Ding, ding, ding. Excellent. Alrighty. Let's see. What is the only insect that produces food eaten by honey? By humans? Oh, gosh. Oh. Yes, what insect is the only insect? Now, that's practically a giveaway. This is like a free space. If we were doing bingo, this would be a free space, practically, right? Since it is what we're talking about. Hi, honey. Right. Oh, he's like giving the answer as he walks by, whispering. He doesn't want anybody to know he's around. All right. He was afraid if he walked by. Can I go through? I've told my people, look, we live here, and, you know, if you have to go by, and even if I don't have the camera set to where, you know, you're not going to show, that's life, right? Can't expect to do this stuff at your house and nobody ever be seen. Following me is going to be Cheryl, Mama P's Crafty Creations. And she's the one, Cheryl, this is her group. She took over the Crafty Bunch many months ago. And so it kind of lay dormant for a while. So we're trying to bring it back to life. So if you're not, if you haven't joined us, I hope that you will think of doing that. We have lots of great events each month. And a trick question. Anita. Yes, the bee. I'm going to go with bees. Oh, you guys are all so clever. So clever. Now, for those of you back there in that bed, that back room for our pajama party, don't get too carried away. We've got people back there sleeping, so keep it down a little bit. Don't throw the pillows too hard. Last time some of you broke the pillows and there were feathers everywhere. And then we had people complaining because some people were allergic to the feather pillows. So let's try and keep it in check, okay? All right. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Okay. I guess. Thanks. Well, here he is. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Oh, you guys. Who knows the name of the dance that bees perform to communicate the location of food? I thought this was a great one. I thought this was so funny. What, do you have any idea? their little dance has a name. Brain dead for this time of night. That could be, right? I gotta get busy here. I'm not gonna get anything put together. Let's see. I think I got a bunch of pockets done. Let's try to see where we can put those. You love your feather pillow. Party pooper. No, I'm not. You can still have fun. You know, we just gotta keep it reined in. Tango. You have wild parties. Yeah, we got wild parties going on here in the Crafty Bunch. So, you know, keep that in mind. And Nicole is the one who hosts the pajama party monthly. I think, I don't know. Nicole, if you're on here, how many pajama parties have you hosted now? I am not sure. Okay, you guys, I am going to just, I'm just going to, you know, finger fold these little guys here. And maybe, oh, that is kind of hard. Okay, I am not going to. I've changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and put them on here if I can. I forgot the card set. No, you know, when you've done it just on paper, it's so much easier to just fold, but there, that'll make it easier. When you give it that little bit of a help. We're thinking of that song. The Flight of the Bumblebee, right? Yes, I love that. I love that. That is a fun one, right? No. Okay, it's called The Waggle Dance. The Flight of the Bumblebee. That was pretty good. That was a great answer. You should get something for that, right? That was very clever. Yeah, the Waggle Dance. I never had heard of that before. That's kind of interesting. The Waggle Dance. Don't you? I tell you what. Another thing that sometimes is so funny are, you know, the names of baby anything, baby, you know, animals, birds, whatever. You know, what they call the baby version of them, and then also the names of them as a group, like geese, a gaggle of geese. You know, who came up with that? I mean, who thought that was what they should be called? Lots of kinds of things are just so funny. Okay, you guys, how fast can a honeybee fly? Scoot Boogie. Oh, Molly, you crack me up. Oh, this is a little bit... Shoot, this isn't going to be too small. Well, I should have gotten a different... Well, shoot. We need a different punch for that. This is too small. That took me too many times, and it's still got white stuff showing. It's not. Hang on a second. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. We got a different thing. Here, this will be a better one. We can get this and even it out some. This is like just an old punch. There we go. That'll be better. I think I had some more. Here, this is another one. I bet this one will work on it though. Well, I'm still just going to use the same one. 45 miles an hour. 15. Depends on how fast one can run. Depends on who they're chasing. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys crack me up. That is too funny. Oh, and this is a sad story. What happens to a bee after they sting? When they sting somebody, what happens to them? Oh my word. Let's see here. Does anybody know what happens to a bee after they sting? Yes, they die. It's sad because it says their stinger gets stuck in the skin and it tears it from their body, Susan. They expire. Yes, they expire for sure. Which is kind of sad. You'd think they would refrain from stinging. But do you think they know that will happen? Well, that would be sad. I mean, do you think they don't even know? I mean, how smart is a bee? I mean, are they just programmed to do their thing and they don't really think about anything? I don't know. The victims get the last laugh. Oh my gosh. Molly says they flop over. Oh, you guys. Oh, this one only has two sides. Maybe we should do this at this time of night always, right? This is fun. Okay. And which bee is responsible for laying all of the eggs in the hive? I know you guys are gonna get this. This is like another one of those that should be like the free space. Not very smart. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Today's Brenda's birthday. I was laughing saying before that we sometimes, the happy birthday song is copyrighted. And, have you ever noticed, like, if you're at a restaurant and it's somebody's birthday, almost every restaurant has their own version of the birthday song. And that's because it's copyrighted. And so they have to make up their own song. So I have my middle daughter who lives here with us. She worked at Applebee's for many years. And so it's so funny, we were there a lot. And then, we got to where we heard that song so many times and we laughed. And so we laughed saying we should just sing that when it's different. And so the last month when it was my brother's birthday, I called and Jenny and I sang that to him, and I go, well, it just seems like the appropriate song because we've heard it so much, but that's kind of funny. So here, Brenda, I'll sing that to you. Let's see. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey! How's that, Brenda? Happy birthday. I hope you've had a great day. They sign a contract when they sign up that they're willing to kamikaze to defend the greater good. Go to bee heaven. Oh my gosh. Yes, the queen is who is responsible for laying all the eggs. And how many eggs do you think that she lays in a day? How many do you think? Dad's Heavenly. Oh, Jean. Well, it's always probably good to remember those things, right? It helps us it just helps us remember them. Okay, I'm not I'm gonna do some crafting. I'm not here just for your entertainment, but maybe I am. Who knows? Okay, so let's see here. So here's the outside. I think I want to keep this one on the inside panel here. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now, if you have glue tabs, you're going to get a little bit more room in a pocket. It just lifts it up and it gives you just that little bit more room on there. So that's always good. So if you want it tighter and it has glue tabs and you want it tight, all you have to do is just snip them off and you're good to go. You will have, well, that's still kind of, well, I'm just going to go with it. I should have just cut that one off because we folded it here. I guess I still could. Let's do it. Let's just cut that one off. We can still do it. I have to put a little more. I didn't get that on there straight. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. He was an ice cream lover, so have a bowl in his memory. There you go. Oh my goodness. Lanita, 9.5 months pregnant. Oh my gosh. Slid onto a raft in a swimming pool and didn't see parked my thought. Oh my gosh. Rolling your big self off the raft in total shock, and the bee was still attached. You pinched him to death to make sure he was a goner. Oh my goodness. Don't we all have some great stories, you guys? It's just so fun. I think I'm actually going to put this one back here. Wouldn't that be fun? And, you know, we don't have to leave all that there. I think I'll just put that there. Well, wait, did I have another big one that could go in there? Well, we could put this one. Oh, no, let's see. Oh, no. I made this one to go here. Oh, I tell you, we've got ice cream lovers in our family, too. My mom really liked ice cream, and my husband and his mom, both big ice cream addicts. Did you know that ice cream is actually addictive? For real. There's something about ice cream that it is actually addictive. Make sure it's not in the way there for my fold. Ooh, I gotta hold that down another second. Hey Kim, how are you? Kim's gonna be out on after a while. Kim, are you at the last? I think you might be in the end. Thank goodness for autocorrect. Fixed your first attempt. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I swear autocorrect will change things I typed from between the time I hit send until it shows up and shows what it sent. I think that's true. So you might not believe me, but that's my story. That's the story I'm sticking to on that one, you guys. Oh, do you guys, do you know that there is a color that bees can't see? Oh my gosh. Liz. What in the world happened that you were stung over 95% of your body by bees? I imagine you would have PTSD from that. Oh my gosh. That's horrid. I am really sorry to hear that. And this one, we could just put him here. I'll put that one there. So we got some kind of honey themes going on in there on the inside. Your husband's a ice creamaholic, yep. Oh, thanks, Jackie. I'm glad you stopped by. Liz, that's scary. Did you have to go to the hospital? That'd be awful. I only got stung just once, and just barely. We were outside on a patio. We had stopped to eat something, and it was kind of an outdoor patio, and there were some bees out there, and one came buzzing by, and he just barely got me on the edge of my ear, and I could tell he was there, but I mean, it was starting to hurt. I don't think he got there long. I think he barely probably just touched me, and oh my goodness, I was worried. So let's see here. What else can we do? We can put some of these along here on the bottom. Oh, let's see. Maybe that would be fun. No, that's too big for that one. You can just put some of these on here, and some of them you could just put these pockets. You could layer some of these up without even needing to. Let's see, here's this little one. Oh, I'll just put that one there. That'll fit. Hey Cindy, how are you? Lactose intolerant, yeah. Oh, but he still does ice cream. What do they do for that? Does he take something to be able to do that, Susan? Okay, here's Liz's story. She kicked a beehive in the tall grass. It was horrible. Only your face was not stung. Because I had my hands on your face. Oh my gosh. You had to take medicine for 6 months to get all the venom out. Oh my gosh. And Karen says her brother-in-law almost was a goner. And it was lucky his son got home from school early. Oh my word. Yeah, I tell you what, those are not anything to mess with, right? Nothing to mess with. Let's see, are these the same size? These are the same size. I actually think I'll put the green one. I kind of like that one. Let's see. What type of bee is the male? They are called something else. Who knows that one? Liz, I just cannot imagine. And you, how old do you think you were? That had to be just a horrific experience for, you know, being a child. He just suffers through it. As one does when they love ice cream, right? As one does. I'd probably be that way about chocolate. Every once in a while, when I'm trying to stay off of a bunch of, you know, sugar and stuff, I try to, you know, stay off of the chocolate and everything. And man, I tell you, that's one of the things that I just really get to craving. You were just 7? Oh my word. Yeah, PTSD for sure. So now we got lots of little pocket places here. We've even got one on the back. That one, we could have made that one a little bit smaller and put it on the back there, but I think that's fine. We'll just go with this one. And then we've got all kinds of little things that we could use here. We could make a tuck spot if we wanted to. And I pulled out one of these. I thought this would be kind of fun. You know, you don't always have to use just a plain circle. This is kind of a fun punch. I have always liked this one. And you could punch something out like that. And look, you've already got a real cute little border around that. Molly, yes, a drone. The male bee is a drone. Let's see. Oh, I don't think we finished this. The male is named Bobby because the female has... Oh my God. Oh, that reminds me, Tina, I saw the funniest little thing the other day, and it was telling how they came up with boob. And it was like showing like from the side, and then it looked like a lowercase b, from the front, and it was like 2 circles. And then what was the other one? Then it would have been from the top view, which was like a larger, like a capital B. So it's like, this is how they came up with the word, like all of those together. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are so silly. Yeah, okay, so do you know what color they can't see? I never finished. I didn't give you the answer for that one. So we could put this up here, and it could be like a little tuck spot as well. I mean, because you could still have a tuck spot there. Just because you got a pocket down here, you might still want to tuck something away up there. So we could just put that on there. Give it a cute little thing right here on the honey dripping down. Just tap that on. Tap, 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 tap. Hey, Jeanette, how are you doing? Welcome to our crafty pajama party tonight. So there's still more people coming in. White. No, it's not white, not black. So we've been having a little bit of bee trivia. Tonight we were supposed to add a bee somehow to our project. I would probably just put a little bit of piece of Velcro on here maybe. Or, you know, you could punch something here and put a ribbon and then tie it around. That would be fun too. No, it's not white. I know that flower punch is cool. I love using this one. I think it's a lot of fun. I have used it a lot for a lot of different things. And it just is cute. And especially since, you know, with what this is. I need to cut a little bit off here. I can't reach all the way over. And this, there was a little bit of honeycomb just for a little bit of something else. A little something something somebody might want to use. And oh, thanks, Cindy. Yellow. No, you guys, it's red. They can't see red. They can't perceive it, but they can see ultraviolet light. Isn't that crazy? Who knew? These are kind of fun. You could use these and put some on. These would be cute just to add to some other things in here. And so then there's both of these. Oh, what I was going to say was I also put a link. These are the same. They're just, if you like, you know, rounded tags instead. Some with a little bit of curviness. Some of us like curves. Some of us have plenty of curves and we like the curves. Might as well, right? But yeah, so this, you can get this printable in my Shopify store, and it's at the bottom of the description for my video here. So we were talking about whether people like to use little projects or not. You know, and I don't mind. I really don't mind. Oh, look here. This would be cute. Where did I put that? Where did I put those two I just cut out? Look, this would be fun. We could even just put that on there too. Oh, maybe even punch it on there. Oh, that'd be fun. Let's do that. I'm just going to put it on there. And it could be kind of a tuck spot and kind of a little, just a little pretty. So we could tuck something under here too. Now who has to sit down and ask what those bees can see? I don't know. That's an excellent question. I'm just here to share the knowledge. And keep you out of trouble at the pajama party. So, and then we've got lots of fun little sayings along here. These would be fun to put on. Oh, this is fun. Spread the happiness, be the change. I like that. Put those in. And sometimes when you've got these little word strips like this, you can just cut them up. And if you want to, just cut the words apart as you put them on. I can hardly wait to see what Cheryl's going to be doing. Cheryl, do you have another guest that's going to be joining you? Look. So you can just cut them. You could cut your words into sections. You don't have to make them straight if you don't want to. Sometimes when you do something like this and you make them wonky on purpose, you know, then it just kind of, then it looks like they're supposed to be that way, right? So if you get them a little bit off, they look a little bit off. But if you do them like this, they can really look. It's like, you know, if you use a little bit of, like if you did a little bit of black pen or something around the edges of something, like if we, oh shoot, I don't have my black pen I love to use. Nope, it's missing. But if you go around something, if you go around once and you don't get it straight, it looks like you made a mistake. But if you go around like 2 or 3 times and you can just even kind of wiggle it around on purpose, then it looks like you meant to do it. And then that is super, super fun. That gives you a real interesting look to whatever you're doing. Cheryl's really having a PJ party. Capri, she sure is. She is having a PJ party for sure. And then you got all these little tags to stick in here and have fun with. And you can just layer those little things up. Be fun. This would be fun. You could put one over here. And, you know, just however you want to do it. However you want to do it, you guys. Oh, you missed a bunch of it. It'll definitely come up. Oh, you had a neighbor pop in, huh? There you go. That happens sometimes. How long does a typical worker bee live during the summer? Who knows that? Who knows? How long do they live? What are you doing in here? Oh, my goodness. Bruce is in here. Bruce. Bruce is a little black cat that's several months old. He might be about, I don't know, maybe 9, maybe 8 months old. I don't know. He's a stinker. His name is Bruce because he's all black, and my granddaughter wanted to name him that and call him Bruce Wayne, like Batman. So, there you have it. Okay, I don't know where my other picture is. Maybe I can change here. Will that go up there? Oh my goodness. I do not know what has happened. You guys, there I was thinking that, you know, I was having a better time. No, that I was having a better time with stuff. My technology. Come here. Don't knock all that off. Oh, I love this though. Isn't that pretty? Oh, here, maybe I can fix that. There we go. I got that fixed. I'll have to figure out what in the world has happened to my other little thing. But you guys, thanks so much for popping in today. And we still have some other little, we've got more people coming up following me. Cheryl's going to be next. Mama P is going to be here. He's getting booted. He's getting booted out of the area. You guys, thank you so much. Let's go and see what Cheryl's got up for us. I hope we get to see. I hope they truly are having their pajama party and having a bunch of fun. You guys, thanks, and I will see you next time. You guys take care, and like I said, behave at the pajama party. We want to be invited back next time, right? Take care. Bye bye.